Hi there and welcome to this new video on the top 5 Artesania Latina models you might have not considered to build for any difficulty level. In the last video of this series we took a look at Tagliamare's models. If you missed it, I leave you the video link in the description below. If you are finding me for the very first time, be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all the videos from Tagliamare. This video will work like the previous one, so let me make a quick reminder. I've selected 5 interesting models that are not so common in the model shipbuilding community based on the information availability on one of the most famous forums on the web. To have a benchmark, consider that for the HMS Victory Google shows almost 6,000 results. I then considered 4 parameters that will help you compare and assess the overall difficulty of the model so that you can be able to make the right choice for you. The number of masts, the planking difficulty, the details and the time to build. So let's start with the first model on the list, the Merian. This kit was recently updated. If you click on the older version, you will find a link redirecting you to the new one. The Merian is a traditional French tuna yawl who revolutionized the 19th century tuna fishing. In fact, new types of fishing boats were developed by that time, small size and with large sails. The Merian is for me one of those little exclusive and unique model kits you can find from kit producers. This model kit was recently redesigned by Artesania Latina with better fitting pieces and better step-by-step instructions. I believe this kit was one of the most appreciated models for small boat or yawl lovers. But when I looked at the search results on mothershipwords.com, I didn't find that many. This really impressed me. So if you're looking for a pretty nice model to build fast with some challenge, you might really consider the Merian. L'Hermione in scale 189. Although I would have preferred a bigger scale, this seems a great kit to me. It really looks like Artesania Latina put an effort on it. This model has got the official license of Hermione Lafayette Association, which helped the company in the creation of the model kit. One of the things that I'm not so sure about this model are those caps. They look, a bit awkward to me. Don't know if they're supposed to be that wide. What do you think? The Virginia Schooner Scale 140 model was redesigned in 2022. The actual schooner Virginia was built and became operative in 1819. It was equipped with a central rotating carronade and light weapons. It was designed for the patrolling of the US maritime borders, on interception and pursuit of missions of other ships trying to reach the American coasts. It is clearly aimed at beginners ship model makers. In fact, except for some interesting details here and there is not much work to do. Just pay attention to scale proportions. The Balam. Released in 1896 by the Cantier du Bignon of Nantes with the name Balam, it changed ownership and name more than once with the French, English and Italian flag, when in 1951 it was bought by the Count Chini and undergo reclassification work with change of the sailing equipment. In the summer of 1980, after a period of rest, she returned to the French flag, to be restored and took up the name of Balam, based in Nantes, where it is still located today. With its 80 cm length, 3 masts and stern curvature, it is clearly not a model for beginner model makers. Pay attention to scale proportion while building this model. Some of the kit components might not be totally accurate. I would consider building this model without sail as well. Some of the instructions are available on the Artesania Latina official website, and this is really helpful so that you can understand what to expect when building such a ship. The Marina second. So I wasn't totally sure to add this model to the ranking since I'm not totally into modern ships. But after reading some threads on online forums, I found that there are some fun parts to build and customize. In the Marina 2 it's possible to install an electric engine and some other electrical connection like lights, moving objects and so on. Eventually you can have a look on my video on how to make an RC ship if you have never thought of making one. You can find the link in the description below or in the upper right corner of this video. In the right hands it can really become a great model. To sum everything up, if you want to start a new model that is not so common, you can have a look at these 5 Artesania Latina models. First, the Balam is not so common and scored in fact the lowest level of information availability. Be aware that you might not be able to find the help that you're looking for in case you're facing some challenges. So my suggestion is not to go with this model if you're at your first or second model. The Merian has lots of details and might need a few tweaks. Great challenge for mid to experienced model makers. The time required to build is quite high. The Merian and the Marina 2 are not so common models. They look super cool to me and you definitely should consider to build them too. The Merian design is unique and the colored sails and its history of tuna fishing makes this ship even more interesting. The Marina 2 can be a fun RC model ship to build even with no or basic experience in RC model making. If you want to go with an easy and interesting model to start with, go with the Virginia Schooner. The information availability is quite high, so if you ever face some difficulties, you might find help easily on the web. In any case, consider that Artesania Latina made all its instruction public, so if you need to understand the models better, just have a look on their official website. These are the 5 most interesting models made by Artesania Latina that you might have not considered to build. Let me know if you already built one of these models and what do you think of them in the comments below. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you want to support me and see you in the next video.